An unknown author once said that opportunities do not happen, we create them. Our students at the National Schools Science Fair certainly prove this statement accurate. Many of the persons who visited this year, our doctors, our firemen, our police officers, the other members of the public, informed us that they were students, they took part in the science fair in that time. Now, we tried to get the names of the projects. It was a little fuzzy, but yes. Students' projects were based on various themes: environmental, science and technology, agriculture, and mathematics games. Take a look at our 36 projects presented this year. Grant said there were many more projects at the district level, but of course, we could not cater for everyone today. Our students mapped the Sulphur Springs in the southwest. They stabilized our structures, or they gave us the ideas on how to stabilize our structures in the north. So we had many projects. By mentioning those projects, I'm not saying that the other projects, they were not successful. I know everyone is looking forward to our prizes, but just a special mention of those projects. The science fair provides an avenue where the students can suggest possible solutions to problems which impact their home, their community, and their region. Students follow the scientific method. They research, hypothesize, they experiment, and they make conclusions. We hope to continue the relationship with the business community, especially the Chamber of Commerce, in providing mentorship, expertise, and in some instances, the finance is also welcome, to our students and to the projects in their schools, particularly those projects with economic potential. Our students' science projects have sparked many small businesses over the years. So we are not saying, students, that your project will end here. We are tasking you with using your resources, using your businesses around you, using our partners, and taking our project from this point, and let us see how far we can go. We deeply appreciate the continued support from the Ministry of Education. We thank our sponsors, Lucilec. They have been with us for so many years, and I'm hearing some very exciting plans coming ahead. I'm very anxious, and I'm waiting to announce those plans. They have been our gold sponsor. We have Bank of St. Lucia, our silver sponsor. Thank you. Computer World, Trophy Center, Harder Education, and our new sponsor, Macmillan Publishers. We thank you. Students, we look forward to your continued participation next year, and we ask that you bring some other schools as well as other projects from your school as well. Thank you.
Today is really about the students who participated in the science fair. And for me, participation is much more important than competition. Once you are able to submit projects, you're able to participate or partake in projects, to me, you are a winner. Some projects, based on the judging criteria, were a lot more impressive, according to the judges. But what we want as much as possible in the Ministry of Education is for you to be given avenues where you can express your creativity in the field of science. When we look at our figures in the ministry, we notice a lot of our students are gravitating to social sciences and business subjects. And sometimes you almost have to beg students when they're about to make their subject choices to please consider the science stream. Science is extremely important for a small island nation like St. Lucia. And I'm sure in your various classes, Your teachers would have mentioned to you the range of professions you can consider, you can look at, or you can aspire to enter in that have a very solid science foundation. You can become a doctor, you can become an engineer. There's so many professions that emanate or come out of the science stream that I'm sure will excite you as young children. It would be remiss of me to offer remarks there today and not place on the record the ministry's gratitude, and by extension, the government's gratitude to the corporate partners who continue to work with the Ministry of Education. The government of St. Lucia, or the Ministry of Finance more specifically, can never have enough resources or money to give to the Ministry of Education to cause us to roll out programs for the education of our children. And so there have been times when we go to the private sector and business houses and we say to them, look, we need your assistance, we need you to partner us to achieve this particular objective. And very often, the business community has always come to the aid of the ministry to make events or activities like the science fair possible. And today, I really want to place on the record how grateful we are to the many corporate sponsors who have come to the fore to work with us. Thank you very much. And I'm hoping that our relationship with you is one that will continue to bear fruit, and it is one that would be sustained over an extended period of time. Students, education is very, very important. We want that for when you leave, be it the primary or secondary school, you would have had an experience with your teachers and with your peers that would make you into model citizens. We understand the need and the importance of examinations. But more importantly for us is that when students graduate from our school system, they become productive, respectable, and noble citizens. If you listen to all the different pieces of advice that your teachers would have given to you, you will become obedient, you will love each other, and St. Lucia will be a much, much better place for it, where some of the crimes that we see will no longer exist, and we will live in harmony with each other. So congratulations for participating. Congratulations for supporting your classmates and your peers. And of course, we must say thank you to the many teachers who would have provided the guidance that you needed in order for the science fair to have been the success that it has turned out to be. I want the students, can you hear me? Yes. I want you to put your hands together. Not yet, we have to do it, it has to be so loud that the people in the cruise ships in the harbor must hear you clapping for your teachers and all the persons who helped make the science fair the success that it has been. After free, let's clap for them. No. You can do better than that. No. Is that how we clap? If I were to go to Soufrière and ask the students in Soufrière to clap, that's not how they would clap, you know. Let us do that together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. That is so much better. Thank you very much.
Today I wrote this poem, but I'm not sure it is good. It doesn't have the things my teacher says a poem should. It doesn't share the feelings I have deep inside of me. It hasn't any metaphors and not one simile. It's missing any narrative, alliteration too. It isn't an acrostic, diamante, or haiku. There's nothing that's personified, it doesn't have a plot. I'm pretty sure that rhyming is the only thing it's got. It sure was fun to write it, and I think it's long enough. It's just too bad it's missing all that great poetic stuff. I put it on my teacher's desk, and wow, she made a fuss. She handed back my poem with an A+++++.
It's a unique pleasure to be here this afternoon. I feel like the science fair has been all around Castries. I know it's been at the Derek Walker Square for a very long time, and it's nice that you brought it so close to our doors. After all, the National Science Fair is powered by LUCILEC. The science fair has been something that LUCILEC has supported since inception. And I'm very grateful to acknowledge and to let you know that this year we actually doubled our contribution from last year. And with that increase in funding, we were also pleased that a number of projects actually spoke to renewable energy and our own way of doing business, which is the provision of electricity. And by that, I make reference to the rotating solar panels to attract the movements of the sun. We're hoping that that will go into production very soon and that we could use it to generate more power for our customers. The aquaponics and the PV system, which was actually done in consultation with us and our existing 3 megawatt solar farm in La Tunie. And of course, there's a solar farm around there as well. So congratulations and a round of applause, an extra round of applause for these students. I know that Mr. Athill mentioned earlier that fewer projects were submitted this year, only 36. Traditionally, we try to get 50. And those were chosen from the over 60 that came from the district level. But I think that students have so many things happening, especially in the second term. We know that sports came back in a really big way this year, and I know because living in Kaimajé, I get to hear everybody's sports meet. So thank you very much for that extra sound when I'm trying to work. And so we are grateful that despite all those distractions, and of course it's independence, it's also Nobel laureate, that the kids found a way to actually engage in science projects and to submit for this science fair. So we are very proud of you. I'd like to echo the minister's sentiments in saying that while we can only award certain prizes to the winners, the fact that you participated should be recognized, and we salute you just for being part of this competition today. Lucilec, like I said, has powered the science fair from inception. We have several plaques all over our office that bear testament to that. We consider the people who put on this activity our dear friends because of the length of our relationship. But it's also because it ties into the fact that as a small island nation, we need to find ways to use science to utilize for our own future and for that of the wider world. From the science fair, we have been able to get the students that go on to SPICE, which we support every year, and the SPICE students who perform so incredibly well. I think sometimes we forget how small our island is and how small our population is, but our minds and our creativity is boundless. And things like the science fair gives an opportunity to showcase that, and we are so proud to be part of that. And in terms of giving me a welcome break from just doing the drudgery of work, giving me a chance to come out and see these projects and to spend this afternoon with you, I am very grateful. And we look forward to more and more in time to come. So have a very good afternoon again. Congratulations to all the winners and to all the participants.
To our gold sponsor, Lucilec, it will be collected by Miss Kami Joseph. A round of applause. This afternoon, it's my privilege to present the Chief Judge's report. 5 infant schools, 12 primary schools, 6 secondary schools, and 1 tertiary institution participated in the 2023 National Science Fair. A total of 36 projects were submitted for judging, 6 from the infant level, 20 from the primary level, 7 from the lower secondary level, and 3 from the tertiary level. A scoring rubric was used by the judge to score each science fair project out of a total of 100 marks. The written report was scored out of 10 marks. In order to obtain a high score for the written report, all the components of the report outlined in the National Science Fair guidelines should have been present, well written, and with accurate information in a clear and logical manner. The project presentation was scored out of 90 marks on the 4 main areas: visual display, oral presentation of the project, originality and creativity, and scientific thought. The overall strengths of the projects assessed are: 1. All the projects submitted their written reports, whether electronically or hard copy. 2. The students used a variety of materials that were non-toxic and environmentally friendly. 3. Many of the topics and concepts investigated by the students were very relevant to the current diversification thrust aimed at improving food security and sustainability, as well as minimizing environmental impact. 4. There was evidence of some research in planning and executing the projects. This was evident in the oral presentations and the responses to the probing questions by the judges. And 5, there were many innovative projects at this year's science fair. This suggests that teachers are cultivating students' creativity and imagination. Areas for improvement. 1. The format of the written reports was not adhered to by many schools. Some components of the reports were missing, and the abstract was poorly written. Some reports were received on the day of judging. Schools must try as much as possible to submit their reports as early as possible. 2. Generally, the hypothesis was not written well, and some refinement was needed. If-then statements are recommended when teaching students how to craft a hypothesis. It helps them identify their variables in their investigation. And 3, presentation and analysis of data/results were major weaknesses across educational levels. Data should be collected in a systematic manner. It is always best to organize the data using graphs, such as tables. It is always best to organize the data using graphics, such as tables and graphs, as much as possible, because it is easier to identify trends and patterns. Moreover, the data collected should be able to determine whether the stated hypothesis is supported or not. In many cases, the data collected was unrelated to the hypothesis provided. I thank you.
Now we will have the presentation of the certificates to the participants of the National Science and Technology Fair. So we are now moving on to the presentation of the prizes and the trophies. So our infant project awards the award would be given by our Deputy Chief Education Officer for Instruction, Miss Beverly Diodoni. In third place, we have the Auger Combined School with the project Drip System.
Congratulations. No, very well done. Keep it up.
In second place, we have again the Auger Combined School with the project Reusing Plastics to Make Child-Friendly Planters. A round of applause for them as they come to collect their trophy. A round of applause for them. And in first place, and this is also the top infant project, we have the Viewfort Infant School with their project Win-Win. So the name says it all, Win-Win. Now we are moving on to our primary schools. So in this category, we only have one winner, and this is the top mathematics games project, and it is from the Fosse Jacques Primary School with Fraction Mania. So this category is science and technology. In third place, we have the Fosse Jacques Primary School with Deli Bits. In second place, we have the Les Etats Combined School with their project Solaire. And in first place, we have the Dame Paulette Louise Primary School with their base isolation model.
Dame Paulette looks a little too excited. She's biased.
There you go. Okay, we go.
Our next category is environmental science. In third place, we have the Vide-Bouteille Primary School with the all-natural base plant shampoo. A round of applause. In second place, we have the Viewfort Primary School with the Simos Cosmetics Body Lotion. Let's hear it for the boys. A round of applause for our boys. In first place, we have the Dairy Soap Primary School with the project Parsley Side. A round of applause for them. We now move on to our lower secondary school project. In third place, we have the Clendon Mason Memorial Secondary School with the sun tracking solar panel. In second place, we have the Soufrière Comprehensive Secondary School with Freedy Springs. A round of applause for them, guys.
There you go, guys. You can come in.
And in first place, we have the Stanley John Odlum Memorial School with the project Suku Fig, Suku Nouvelle Siwo. The name of the project is Suku Fig, Suku Nouvelle Siwo.
Hey, how you going? You shaking? You okay? You good? You sure you okay? You alright? You good? Don't worry, it's okay, it's okay. It's alright. Good job, good job, good job, good job.
We now move on to our tertiary projects. All of our projects came from the Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School A-Level department. In third place, we have the foul fuel biomethanization. In second place, we have seaweed feed. And in first place, we have photoponics, and all of these would be collected by the teacher. A round of applause, please. Push your arm through the hole. Okay, so now we move on to our top prizes. So our top primary school prize goes to the Dairy Soap Primary School. So our next prize would be the Top Innovation Project, and it will be given out by Miss Linnell Malze. Miss Linnell Malze is the Director of Innovation from the Ministry of Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training. Our top innovation project goes to the Deriso Primary School with the project Parsley Side. Our top experimental project is from the Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School A-Level Department, Seaweed Feed. And our next prize is the top study, and this goes to the Dame Paulette Louise Primary School Base Isolation Model. Okay, so now we are moving on to our special awards. This year, we are delighted to announce that 2 of our awards have been renamed to honor 2 important former association members who have contributed tremendously to the National School Science and Technology Fair and science education in general. This decision was taken in 2020 under the stewardship of the former curriculum officer, Ms. Gianetti George. Unfortunately, the pandemic, which caused the closure of schools and the suspension of large crowd gatherings, prevented us from giving this award. The first award is in the name of Mr. Motilal Singh, former curriculum officer for natural sciences. He was instrumental in revitalizing the science fair after years of inactivity. It was under his leadership that the Science Association was established and that a special Ministry of Education budget dedicated for science activities was created. It was under his guidance the current format of district and national science quizzes and fairs were established in order to increase student participation in these events. To honor Mr. Motilal Singh, we named the top project in science and technology with the Motilal Singh Award for Science and Technology. This prize goes to the project with the top score in the category. Okay, and the award will be given out by Mr. Motilal Singh himself. And the school who is receiving the Motilal Singh Award for Science and Technology is the Dame Paulette Louise School Base Isolation. A round of applause for them. The second award is in the name of our deceased association member and friend, Mr. Alan Gabriel. He departed this life in 2019. His passing was a great loss to the association and the education system as a whole. He was an original member of the association and was passionate about all aspects of science education activities in St. Lucia. He was also the member who set the mandate, the environmental condition of the science fair has to remain pristine and free from litter. He would rally his troop at the end of every fair to clean the entire place. He also admired his dedication and commitment to the cause. For this, we named the top environmental award in his name, the Alan Gabriel Award for Environmental Science. This prize goes to the project with the top score in the environmental science category. And to do the honors, we will have Dr. Owen Gabriel to give out the prize. A round of applause, please. The school receiving the Alan Gabriel Award for Environmental Science is the Deriso Primary School. And this project is the project which scored the highest in all of the projects. So out of the 36 projects we had at this science fair, this project was the best project. And this award will be given out by none other than Her Excellency Dame Paulette Louisy, Governor General Emerita of St. Lucia. The award for the top overall project for the 2023 National School Science and Technology Fair is none other than the Deriso Primary School. A round of applause for them. That is not loud enough. I want a louder round of applause for them. And they had the project Parsley Side.